Alright, hello guys. Today we're going to be talking about when the cold air will arrive to the eastern United States. I know a lot of you have been wondering, in my live streams especially, when will it get cold in the East Coast? Everybody's tired of the hot air, so we're going to be talking about that in this video. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure to subscribe. I make a lot of videos like this. I also make seasonal and monthly forecasts, and I make daily live streams usually. So I would love to have you in those. I'm actually making one later today around 3, 4, or 5 p.m. So make sure to tune in for that if you do like weather. Also make sure to like the video if you do like the video. It helps me know what you guys like to see and helps me make better YouTube videos for you guys. Make sure to comment your opinion as well. So let's get right into it. Looking at the CFS weekly forecast, I don't like the CFS model most of the time, but we're going to be looking at it here because it is pretty consistent, and when it does show cold, it usually is cold. It does have a warm bias, but when it does show cold, it is certainly cold usually. So looking at the 2nd of October through the 9th of October, day 1 through 7, so from today till the 9th, looking at very cold air for northern Montana and North Dakota, South Dakota, as well as some slightly cold air in California, Nevada, Arizona, Oregon, Washington, and Idaho, as well as portions of Minnesota as well. This is really going to be the pattern for quite a while here, and there will be consistent snowstorms for Montana, Idaho, the Dakotas, and Wyoming. More on that during the live stream. That's actually what I plan on having the live stream about, so I'll talk a lot about that. I also made a forecast for a snowstorm that will be heading into northern Montana and North Dakota. I made that just now, so go ahead and check that out if you haven't already. You'll also notice that there's a big warm pull of air in the eastern United States. That's going to be persistent, and a lot of people are going to be calling my October forecast wrong. Also, if you haven't checked that out, make sure to check that out as well. But a lot of people are going to be calling it wrong because through the 8th and 9th, it'll still be very warm in the eastern United States. And I did know this when I did make my October forecast, so this is all according to plan. So don't worry, but a lot of people are going to be calling it wrong, just like they did my September forecast as well. Here is the 9th through the 16th, day 8 through 7. You'll notice that cold pull of air has moved a little bit east, but is still just persistently there. And the east coast is just still very warm through at least the 15th. So again, through the first half of October, we're going to be looking at very warm conditions. It's still going to feel like early September for a lot of us, unfortunately. When it really gets interesting, though, is the 16th through the 23rd, day 15 through 21. So this is the 3rd week of October. That's when the cold air really starts to penetrate the eastern United States. You see that southeast ridge is still there a little bit in Georgia and in Florida. Again, that correlates perfectly with my forecast. But the cold is in the eastern United States, and the west coast starts to warm up a bit. This does show weaker cold, but I do suspect that this could be stronger. It might be that it is a little bit confused. It tends to do this where it kind of contradicts itself, where it kind of wants to be warm, kind of wants to be cold, so it'll show somewhere in between. But I expect that this will show a little bit colder as more runs come through. This is a bit far out still. And we're going to look at the 23rd through the 30th now, 22 through 28. You see that cold is still centered over the eastern United States and south central United States. So looks to be cold through the second half of October. Now, here is the GEFS mean forecast. So this is actually an ensemble model. So this is a lot of members, all showing you the mean average of the forecast. So this is pretty consistent as well through medium range. So you'll see this is for right around now. This is from the 2nd to the 7th, so this is days 1 through 5. You'll see again that cold in Montana and North Dakota, as well as Washington State, Oregon State, and then you see that eastern United States covered in warm air. Now we go through to days 12 through 16th. Now this model still wants to show the southeast ridge in days from the 13th to the 18th. So it'll still be very warm in the southeast, but I suspect by the 18th that it will be above or below average temperatures in most of the southeastern United States. But you'll notice that New England is starting to get in those average to below average temperatures, and also the central United States getting a little bit colder. So this model doesn't go further out than this, but I would suspect that it would be below average in the eastern United States after the 18th. Now, the next week or two, here's my forecast map. You can see below average temperatures for Montana, Wyoming, the Dakotas, Nebraska, and basically all of the western United States. And you see that warm pool of air in the eastern United States. Now, this perfectly, again, like I said before, does correlate with my October forecast as a whole, so don't worry. This is not like an updated forecast. This is actually what my thoughts were before as well. And then after the 15th of October, you see that there's above average temperatures for the West Coast and portions of northern Montana and North Dakota, as well as below average temperatures for the Iowa and Great Lakes region, as well as Missouri and portions of Kansas and Nebraska, and slightly below average temperatures for most of the eastern United States. Average temperatures for the southeastern United States, where that southeast ridge is still bringing just about average temperatures. Anyway, I hope this answered a lot of questions for you guys. I want to make more forecasts and videos like this for you guys to kind of break down the bigger picture, or the more in-depth look at the, I guess it's like a smaller time scale, because I usually do monthly or seasonal forecasts. I like to do more of these like weekly videos. I feel like it brings better information for all of my viewers. Anyway, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Let me know if you did in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the live stream hopefully.